Good afternoon, everybody. This is Amanda Petersen here to share an update on early childhood as we all work together to make sure that each Kansas child can enter kindergarten at age 5 socially, emotionally, and academically prepared for success. Today we're going to discuss 3 things: our plans to strengthen early childhood in Kansas in 2019 and how that work is going, our Kansas kindergarten readiness snapshot and what you need to do to make sure that you've entered in data for your kindergarten students, and finally an update on our preschool aged at risk and Kansas preschool pilot funding sources. So first, I know that many of you have been following along with Kansas's work this year to develop a statewide needs assessment and strategic plan for early childhood. This is an incredibly important time to be having these conversations in Kansas, so I wanted to share an update on where we are now. We loved seeing many of you as we were out and about across the state engaging in community engagement sessions, and we really appreciate those of you who took the time to either help host these sessions or to attend and share your vision for what you want early childhood to look like in your community. We also very much appreciate all of you who helped gather stories from individual Kansans about times that their families were either thriving or just surviving. We're incredibly proud to say that we've collected over 2,000 stories and that at least one Kansan from every county participated in this effort. So at the end of the year, we'll be able to say that this truly was a statewide effort to better understand where we're at and where we want to go for early childhood. These are just a couple of the numbers that demonstrate the extent that we took to gather information as we are conducting this needs assessment. We reviewed current needs assessments. We conducted some additional research. We very much appreciated all of you who responded to our surveys about what preschool services you offer. And altogether, more than 6,000 Kansans have contributed to this so far. So we are very excited about these numbers and about the work that lies ahead to be able to take all of this information and use it to shape our state's future direction. As you might imagine, if you ask 6,000 Kansans what feedback they had a whole lot to share, and so this is the one-slide distillation of all of that information. If you have feedback about this is an incredibly important time for you to be sharing that. So if you want to dive in deeper to these key understandings and themes, all of this is available in much more detail at the Kansas Children's Cabinet website, which is up there on your screen. We hope that you'll share these webinar links and documents with colleagues, parents, business leaders, policymakers, and other early childhood champions in your community to help us spread the word that there are exciting things happening in Kansas this year. While we continue to work on the formal needs assessment report that will be submitted to our federal partners, we're also shifting focus to our strategic planning process. As we've heard from those over 6,000 Kansans this year, now it's the time to share your ideas about how we get there, how we get to our vision for what we want to see. What steps can all of us take as individuals, as communities, and as a state to build the early childhood care and education system that Kansans told us that they want? These are going to be key questions that we're asking over the course of the next weeks and months, and you can share your ideas as well. You can visit kschildrenscabinet.org/share to provide ideas for action items that can directly inform the strategic plan. You can share as many ideas as you'd like, everything from simple things that you can do tomorrow to bold, brave ideas that could shift our entire system in our state. These ideas are being included as we engage in strategic planning conversations, so please do continue to share your voice. As we look to what's ahead, we wanted to highlight a couple of key pieces. 1, we hope that you'll get engaged and share feedback at that link. 2, we'll see some of you on October 7th at the Governor's Symposium on Early Childhood in Wichita. This event is going to bring together policymakers, businesses, parents, professionals, and other stakeholders in early childhood to build the early care and education system that Kansans want. This event is at capacity right now. However, you can still sign up to attend virtually at kschildrenscabinet.org/symposium, and we'll see many of you at the KSDE annual conference, where we'll also be sharing this information and having a conversation about where we go next. So we hope that we will see you there and that you'll join in the conversation. Finally, one more element of this work this year was revising the Kansas Family Engagement and Partnership Standards for Early Childhood, and the Kansas Parent Information Resource Center took the lead on updating those to include evidence-based best practices to help put them into action. Now that we've got to the final design stage, we want to make sure that we can provide enough copies for all of the Kansans who might want these. And so if you would like these for your organization, for your teachers, for your parents, please email Barbara Ganaway, whose email address is there on the screen, with the number of copies that you'd like to receive, and we hope that you do and that this will be a useful resource for you. You can stay up to date on this work fairly easily by visiting kschildrenscabinet.org/early childhood, where you can sign up for every other week webinars, regular email updates, and explore just a real wealth of information that's there on the site. So we hope that you'll do so, and that if you have any questions, you'll reach out. The next piece that we wanted to talk about today was the Kansas Kindergarten Readiness Snapshot. And as we're in our second year of the statewide ASQ collection for kindergarten students, the snapshot window is closed, and all kindergarten classrooms were required to partner with parents to administer both the ASQ3 and the ASQ SE2 between August 1st and September 20th this year. This is a powerful tool to engage with parents to better understand their children's development, and we're so glad to hear about programs across the state using it to support their family engagement and personalized learning processes. We also appreciate that teachers and administrators have been hard at work this year to make this a success. The statewide collection window for kindergarten students closed September 20th, and ASQ data for kindergarten students is due on October 10th. Once you have submitted that data into ASQ Online, it is submitted to KSDE. You don't need to take any additional steps to submit that data somewhere else. Please do ensure that you have accepted all of the screenings that parents submitted online via Family Access. If parents or caregivers did not complete the ASQ, teachers or administrators should not complete it in their stead. And if you have parents who shared with you that they would like to opt out of participating, or if they did not want the data shared with the state, please document that in a child's profile page under Reason for Not Participating. Similarly, if a parent and teacher together determined that it would be inappropriate for a child to participate, please document that information. If you have parents who you just weren't able to engage with, that does not need to be documented in ASQ Online. And more information is found on agesandstages.com/KS in the Frequently Asked Questions section. We do have additional resources that are available at that online site, including updated how-to videos and archived email newsletters. We're going to be sharing a survey collecting feedback on this initiative as we look ahead to our future work, and we really do look forward to hearing your feedback about how this is going and how we can best get to our board goals. The last thing that we wanted to talk to you about today is the preschool aged at risk and Kansas preschool pilot sources of funding. We have wrapped up our reallocations for this year, and as the auditing team goes out to programs throughout the school year, they'll count how many 3- and 4-year-old at-risk children you are serving. At the end of the year, there will be another reallocation of any unused slots to make sure that we use all 8,864 that we have available for this year. We also really want to make sure that we have good data entered in KIDS for the ENRL for our early childhood programs. This is incredibly important as we are understanding how many students that we're serving in the state, and as we are justifying this investment that the state is making. So please do make sure that all children who meet the criteria for preschool aged at risk are marked as a 0-4 on field D10, and then auditors will address that by making exceptions as they are doing the audits. For the Kansas preschool pilot, all of the children who are included on your Kansas preschool pilot roster should be marked in field D57, which is specific to the Kansas preschool pilot. All other students should be marked as a 0. And for Kansas Parents as Teachers, all children who are receiving services supported by the KSDE Parents as Teachers grant should be marked in field D58. Getting good counts in these is really important, and we do appreciate all of the work that you're doing to connect district program administrators and data entry staff to help make sure that we get good, high-quality data about the students who we're serving. You can stay connected to the early childhood team in a couple of different ways. You can join our early learning listserv by emailing Becky Strom. You can join in our monthly webinars where we share updates about what's happening, and our next one will be on October 18th at 11 a.m. And if you have any questions, you can always feel welcome to be in touch. Thanks so much.